here is Noah Lyles. They asked him at the press conference the other day how many times he had won in Zurich. His answer, Otto, I've lost track.
And that's because he has a grand total of 1 loss on the Diamond League circuit as a pro. Here is Bednarek, who after silver at the Olympics and silver at Worlds last year was finally off the podium in Budapest.
Speaking of silver, Erriyon Knighton picked up that color in Budapest behind Lyles, as the Americans fared well once again at the 200-meter distance.
Noah Lyles is cementing himself as a 200-meter legend. He already has more sub-20s now than anybody else in history, along with those 3 world titles.
Tough to say what other sprinter had a good week in Budapest. Hughes maybe gets our vote. Bronze at 100 meters and then 4th at 200.
The Olympic champion has had a very checkered year, but he did make the final at 200 meters in Budapest, finishing in 6th.
Yeah, Team Canada celebrated a lot of success in things like the decathlon, and oh yeah, they won the men's and women's hammer, but Aaron Brown going to try to win one here in Zurich.
William Bryce gets a nice home crowd ovation. He'll start in 2. He's the European under-23 champion.
And Joshua Hartmann will be in lane number 1. The national record holder set that earlier this year, 20:02.
So Noah Lyles putting his streak on the line here. Remember, 1 loss in his entire career on the Diamond League. That was to Michael Norman. He'll start here in 6. He had lane choice. And Erriyon Knighton not afraid to say, you know what? Give me 7. I like being on the outside as well. So the silver and gold medalists from the 200-meter final in this field, as is this man, the Olympic champion, Grasse. And Bednarek on the outside means that we are in for a good race here with Olympic and world medalists aplenty.
Now the 3-time world champion, Noah Lyles, set to launch at 200 meters in Zurich.
We know Lyles and Knighton are going to battle on the outside. Those 2 run very good turns. So far, Noah Lyles has caught the silver medalist. 100 meters to go.
Lyles, but it's going to be a battle here in the final 50 with Knighton and Hughes, but outlasts them there in the end as he takes another win in Zurich, 1980. Now confirmed the winning time, Knighton's 2nd in 1987.
And I remember these days of having to pick yourself back up after a double. It's not easy, and if it felt to you like Noah Lyles was looked a little tired in this race, I think we can safely say that not only was he, but it shouldn't surprise you for somebody who had to run all those rounds, not just the physical drain of a world championships, the emotion, and then having to leave Budapest, travel, and pick yourself back up with a bunch of hungry men wanting to knock you off of your perch as the king of the half lap. So Noah Lyles in one of his slowest 200s of the year, but it's still fast enough to hold off the rest of the world and keep his Diamond League streak intact, which now stretches back to several years. We knew he was going to have his hands full with Knighton, and he did. So Noah Lyles 3rd from the outside, and outside of him were Knighton and Bednarek. It took him a while. Knighton is a good turn runner. He caught him just at about 110. And then it was just a matter of how badly do you want it, and his experience as well, because Hughes was challenging as well on the inside. Noah Lyles did just enough to keep himself ahead of Knighton and Hughes, and gets yet another 200-meter Diamond League win. We'll see him in Eugene.
You talked about him being tired after double duty, but he also added that run in the relay for his third gold medal, and then just, I think, the context of what he put himself through in Budapest, he's got to be running on fumes both physically and perhaps mentally.
There's a lot of races post-Worlds and Olympics that I begged my agent to take me out of, and he said, nope, you committed to it, you have to run.
Well, whether it was by choice or by decision, Noah Lyles towed the line in Zurich, and once again, fastest to the finish line as the world champion wins again.